So, if I were to talk about Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I would say that even if we might think it's a little silly to remember it right now, and we might look back on it and wonder what we used to sing, but I think it forms a very core memory of our childhood. And I think at a very young age, this rhyme, this little symphony taught us self-esteem. And I remember singing it, and I remember uh, attaching. I remember that my self-worth used to increase, and I used to feel better about myself whenever I used to sing it. So I think the conclusion is that even though there are small things and we might think of things as silly and kiddish and childish, I think they played a very core role in shaping how we view ourselves, and they played a very critical and important role in shaping our self-worth and helping us understand how we can respect ourselves, we can grow, and how precious we are as kids. And I think it was really important for our formative years.
Definitely, I agree
Uh,
with that. We can see that even this the words in these poems are also not like complex words or something. All of these words are either two syllable or one syllable, so it's easier for kids to hear and pronounce them straight away. And I think it also helps and like for all of us as well, it helps kids imagination, because these are stars, and like stars twinkle twinkle means bright. Like these words are flashy for a kid. A child would ponder about these words more than he could on a generic point of view. A child would ponder about these flashy words of these flashy objects which he has seen in his day-to-day life more than something which would have been vague for him. So it's easier for them to understand also. So I feel there's a deep psychology behind writing poems in such a way for kids as well, which are really simple for them to understand and something that sticks with them.
I think Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it's one of those poems that is often the first rhymes we learn. It represents innocence and simplicity at a very early stage of our life. And I think as children, when we sing it without understanding, it develops memory plus curiosity, like he said, about stars and sky. And also because this is one of those poems that also used to be a part of bedtime routine, I think it also gives a sense of comfort.
So as the children understands this rhyme, the lyrics, it also creates curiosity in their mind. Like twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. It's building curiosity in the child's mind that he's thinking that what is there in the sky? I need to know what is up there.
Carry on, please. It's only 3 minutes. With seven of you, you should be able to talk on this topic for at least 15 minutes or at a minimum 10.
I would
I
like
think
to add
also
an yes, yes, please.
I think also the slow pace of the poem also reminds us to observe more in our life, in our fast-paced life.
I think that like just the other points wherein the student learns to interpret language, he learns to sing poems and all. The poem Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in particular also gives a sense of guidance and hope to the kid, because we know that the star is a beacon of light in the darkness, and that it provides direction and comfort to travelers at night. So I believe that this poem also helps them to learn more about guidance and hope. And apart from that, it also can help them to understand the significance of little and small things, like a small star which is in the sky. And still it has a very high, important part in everybody's life, because each individual sees stars in his lifetime pretty much every night.
I think it's about perspective as well. Like we say, twinkle twinkle little star, when a star is not little at all. It shows that for us from such a distant, far point of view, we see the star as so tiny, as something which is very small. But the star in reality is something which is humongous. So it also talks about perspective, how things are different, maybe different than what we see, and it's not always about what we think it is, and there could be a other side to it, which is something that could be explored.
Yes, Sarang, Vidhi.
So I agree with what they said, like the tiny star. In the poem, we say star is counted as little,
There is some
but it is as
disturbance.
bright
Sarang,
as diamond.
there is a disturbance. We can't hear you.
Is it proper now?
No.
Hello, is it
Yes.
proper now?
Yeah.
So I agree with as they said that the star is little, but it is as bright as diamond. It shows us, it teaches us how small things also matter. You don't need to be like huge to be, to have effect on certain things. Even small things matter. It teaches us that.
Apart from the poem, stars are also something that all of us throughout the world see together. Anyone at any point would see the same things, like just like moon and like star. So it also, apart from the poem, it's also about a sense of belongingness together. That because I remember when I was small, my grandfather used to tell me about the different constellations that stars made, and I was really fascinated by them. And I used to always think that these stars, I was always fascinated by this topic, and how they meant a lot to me at that time, because I wandered with my grandfather back then on these topics. So I think they also for everybody for different reasons. For everybody in different reasons, they might also mean something important, or something which could remind them of a memory they cherish upon, because it's always there in the sky. It's something that's permanent that we have all seen throughout our life and will see. So it could also be a sign about how even if things change, some things and some memories are always constant.
I like to add on to that point. Whenever, as a kid, or even now, we look out into the starry night, we will get that sort of familiar feeling, that familiar experience. And I think this rhyme played a huge role in associating that night and those stars and those galaxies with how we experience a very homely and a warm feeling inside of us. And adding to that, I also think that as you said that even though some things change, life goes on. We can look into the night, we can look at the north star, which is always fixed at one spot, and we can be assured of that sense of warmth and belonging and self-worth and self-respect whenever we look out into the sky. And I think this rhyme plays a huge role in how we see the night.
Okay, Kaushani, please summarize the discussion.
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
Yeah, I said please summarize the discussion. Ayush, please summarize.
Um, so the topic of our discussion was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and there were multiple different points put up by the panel here, by the people in this conversation. Uh, Everyone talked about different things, like how this is one of the first rhymes which is a start point in of sorts in our formal education. And then moving on, people talked about how uh, that uh, we learn this poem because it is very easy to learn, and it has words with very small syllables, like 2 or 3 syllables. And apart from that, we talked about how the poem Twinkle Twinkle Little Star signifies different things like guidance and hope, significance of small things, and like how it brings up wonder and curiosity within the kids.
Vithi, please summarize. Sarang, please summarize. Hello.
Yes, sir. So the topic for discussion was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. As we started the discussion with like how it is one of the first poems we learn, then we slowly moved on to like the values which the poem teaches us. It's like about the spirit of inquiry, asking questions. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder that questions. Then how we don't need to be big enough to have a huge impact. Like in the poem just said that the star is little, but it shines as bright as a diamond. So it's all about that.
Okay. Fine. I think, see, these are called abstract topics. So you can say anything related to any line in the poem. Okay. So nobody can challenge that, but it should have some semblance of some connection with the poem. Okay. Now, some of you who are shy about speaking, you will have to open up. There is no other way. Like I say, you have to get into the water to learn swimming. So unless you start speaking, nobody can help you. And if there is a group discussion in any of the processes that you go for and you don't speak, they cannot give you marks. They'll just give you a zero and you may be disqualified also. So you will have to speak. You cannot keep quiet. Okay. Any questions on whatever we did today or any other questions you may have in mind regarding the whole process of selection? No questions?
I have one doubt. I want how to go
Acha,
about
your
guesstimates.
your Manya, your connection has some issues. Please get it checked tomorrow and so that we can hear you clearly.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the question?
I had a question related to the interview you had just conducted. So, like you had asked a question on guesstimates. So, what exactly is the best way to answer questions on guesstimates?
There is no best way. Whatever you assume, you have to be clear about that. So now suppose you say that there is a 140 crore population and let's say 4 people in a family, so that is around 35 crore family. Now if you say that 10 crore families are in high income, then that's a very wrong guesstimate. You're getting my point?
Okay, got it.
So suppose in India the number of income tax payers is around 2%. Now if you say that the figure is 5%, then that is way off the mark. So your guesstimate should look reasonable.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anything else?
So in guesstimate, I think number plays a significant role, but talking out loud is what is judged, right? How your thinking process goes
Talking
about
of,
the
yes, I was about to say that it's about how you think is more important than the numbers.
yeah.
But numbers cannot be too haywire, okay?
Okay, sir.
Like I gave you an example, out of 35 crore people, if I say that high income is 10 crore or one third, let's say, then obviously I am not being realistic now. So
Yes,
that
sir.
that will put them off a little bit.
basically senseless numbers are not right. Numbers which make sense and have a small justification, even if they are very off of the real value, will make sense,
Yes,
right?
they want to look at your logic basically.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. What else? So, all of you are comfortable at around 7:30 tomorrow,
A
or
little faster, sir, if possible.
little earlier?
Yes,
Mm,
Saturday night.
okay. 6 o'clock?
Yes, sure, sir.
All of you are free at 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow we'll have the class at 6 o'clock, and anybody has to fill any forms. Please don't submit without getting it checked by me, okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And you will try to appear for all the interviews that you get. Whether you want to join that institute or not, we will see later. Whether once we get the final call, then only we decide whether I want to join this institute or not. I keep repeating this. Your mindset between now and March, April will be vastly different. If you get many call conversions, then you will be happy. If you don't get any call conversions, then you will be in a rut if you don't go for all the interviews. So right now, don't be selective. We'll be selective when we have a selection. Okay. Chalo, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank